Oh my gosh, what is this?
I genuinely don't know what to do anymore, and I need some advice. I'm 24, my boyfriend is 27, and we've been together for almost a year. In that time, we've been through so much that it honestly feels like we fast-tracked every stage of a relationship. A while back, I went through a really difficult period where I had nowhere to stay. He stepped up and brought me to live at his home for a month, with his mother and younger sister, who happens to be my age. I was genuinely grateful, and I made sure to carry my weight. I covered all my own expenses, helped with cleaning, supported his mom with her small business, cooked, and generally tried to be as helpful as I could, especially given that she wasn't getting much help from her own children at the time. Despite all of that, I was constantly on the receiving end of remarks about my appearance, comments implying other women would take my boyfriend if I didn't put in more effort, and suggestions that my presence was a burden on both his mother and sister's peace of mind. It was a lot to absorb while trying my best. His father had passed away before I came into the picture, and the whole family had been quietly struggling with grief. I genuinely tried to help with that. I suggested we watch a series his sister was into at the time. I organized a barbecue to bring everyone together. At that same event, she told me point blank that I had no business being there. I even planned and paid for 2 birthday celebrations for my boyfriend, because I wanted him to feel special. Eventually, I found my own place nearby. I pay my own rent, my own bills, my own groceries, everything. He still lives with them. Living there had taken a real toll on me emotionally, and one day things came to a head. His mother made a comment. We were just joking around, and she said something about how he shouldn't be seen carrying me around the neighborhood because of what people might say. I responded calmly that if I had to live my life worrying about every single person's opinion, I'd never be free to actually live it. From that moment on, the atmosphere changed permanently. Things escalated from there. At his birthday party, in front of his friends and family, his sister, who had been drinking, started saying terrible things about me. Said I never should have stayed with them. Later, during the month, she repeated something similar to her colleagues at work, including comments about my personal life that were deeply inappropriate and frankly none of her business. When the holidays came around, I chose not to spend Christmas with them. I'd already bought gifts, so I still gave those, but I couldn't bring myself to sit in a room full of people who had spoken about me that way. That decision only made things worse. For New Year's, I simply asked my boyfriend to spend it with me. It was very important to me. When his mother and sister found out, it was treated as some kind of betrayal. They called me evil. They said I'm not important more than them. I still want to be with him for New Year's, because I love him and I wanted to be with him. But here's what I keep coming back to. I have done so much. And he won't even seriously consider moving out to build a life with us. Every time I bring it up, it's don't rush things, or I need to mature at my own pace. He's almost 30. I respect growth. I do. But there has to come a point where love becomes action. When we go to his place now, I wait outside like I'm not a person. And when I've brought it up, he says things like, well, sort your issues out between yourselves. As if my dignity is just a logistical issue. Recently, his mother apparently said something along the lines of eventually maybe being open to having me over for lunch someday. And I think what hurt the most is that it was framed like she's doing me a favor. I don't want to be around his family again. Not after everything. And I've asked myself more than once whether I should walk away from this relationship entirely. I love him. Deeply, that hasn't changed. But I'm starting to wonder whether love alone is enough when it isn't being matched, protected, or even acknowledged that I don't think I deserve this. And I think, deep down, I already know that. What would you do?